4, congratulations. You have outlasted 12 other players to make it this far. Unfortunately, one more has to get cut before we can crown the winner of Survivor Rocky Road. So for this final immunity challenge, we will random.org a list of your names, and 2 of you will face off at a time, and then the 2 winners will face off. You will stand on opposite sides of this pile of bricks, and then using one hand, grab 1 brick at a time, and also using one hand, build the tallest tower that you can in 2 minutes. In 3, 2, 1, go. It's been a long day, no one wants to go home. One minute remaining. Hands in the air. Hands in the air.
Oh shit.
Alright. Bryce is taller.
Yeah.
Right, Aaron, you're limited to the challenge. One minute remaining.
Okay.
Hands in the air. One minute remaining. Bryce wins the final immunity challenge.
I think that's just how we want it to go.
Yeah. Like, I trust you and Emma completely.
I do.
I don't think anyone's going to try to blindside each other at the end.
I don't either. I think going into the final 3, it's perfect.
Do you have any hesitation that Emma might want to blindside me?
No.
No? Because I don't.
Yeah.
So.
No. I think it'll be fine.
If we could what?
If we can agree, we just need him.
I know.
Did they have some type of final pact?
had a final three with them. But it all comes down to who Bryce thinks he could win against.
Right. I can only plead my case at this point, I guess.
No,
I can only make it
100%.
back.
100%.
I think you bring to the
all.
top people that you can win against, or that you believe you can win against. Pity won those challenges. He had very strong alliance with his gold team. I think he was a good player. And I don't know if
No, 100%.
that's in his best interest, but I don't know. I mean, you can be honest with me at this point.
I want to. I
Yeah.
want to be completely honest. Me, Pity, and Bryce have had a final three. However, I want to be smart.
Yeah.
I
I just think
would
this
think
way,
Bryce would want to be smart.
like Bryce won 2 challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Did you win any?
I don't think I won.
I won 1.
Yeah.
He won 6.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just
I
think of
think-
it that way, personally. But if he's like not going to change his mind,
100%. I don't think it's gonna budge. I don't think it's gonna. It would hurt pleading both of our cases to Bryce.
okay. I mean, if he changed his mind, would you? Hey.
Hey, can we come out?
Yeah.
It's good 5 minutes.
Yeah, we get to be.
Yeah.
Congrats.
I thank you very much.
Congrats, yeah.
Thank you. I just want to be, and going into this, I want to be upfront where I stand. I have been working with these two since the beginning.
She told me.
Yeah. So I just don't want you to, be
Yeah.
not in the loop as we go into this.
No, she told me. So.
I mean, I will say that your first time playing in a game,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Great work.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can I still talk to you, or is it like
I mean, I think I'm pretty set, but if you want to talk, we can.
just for a second?
Yeah, okay.
I was just talking to her, and she said if you were willing to change your mind, that she would.
Mhm.
I was telling her that if I was going to the top 3, I would bring 2 people that I thought I stood the best chance against. That should be strategically. And I told her, I've won 1 challenge. She's not won any. I think we won 2, 3.
Mhm.
He's won like 6
Yeah.
or 7. I think he had a very strong alliance with like Emily. I saw him and Michael and him and all the boys chatted like the entire game. I was just saying from like a strategy.
No,
point,
I've definitely thought about that
from
too.
your guys' standpoint, and of course, like if you're hard set in what you want to do, I understand, and thank you for being honest with me.
Yeah.
But that's just what I was telling her.
I totally get that too. That is something I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
Because I've kept in mind his competition wins, because
Yeah.
he's won a shit ton of competitions, and he's been pretty much on everybody's good side going
Yeah.
into the jury. And that was not a mistake I made, but I think that's part of the reason why I lost the last game I played, just because I was against someone who was really well liked going into jury.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something I'm keeping.
And I
in
also
mind.
don't believe he stepped on any toes too much.
Exactly.
So I mean, like she told me if you changed your mind that she would, but she's not going to go against whatever you do. So it's still your decision, and I will understand either way. But I was just telling her, like from a strategy standpoint, and from
No, I totally get that.
that's what.
That I 100% kept that in mind.
Yeah.
My only thing is, full transparency with you, is that Pity and I have had something solidified since that very first competition
Yeah.
when we did the raft together.
Right.
So that's the only thing I'm like, we made it this far together. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Emma.
I just think at the end of the day, you just have to remember that only you can win.
Exactly.
Right? And
No,
you can't win with him.
you're really right. You're
But
right.
I mean, I'm just saying what I think.
I mean, she makes really good points.
100%. But what do you think?
I don't, but I've been working with him since the beginning,
I've been working with both of you.
and I don't.
I was working with Erin, but I never said final 3, and I want to stick to my word. But she makes a lot of good points.
I know. I mean, I don't know if I can win against him. I
But
don't know
my
if I can win
thing
against
is
him.
also though, like, almost though, like, Erin in the final 3.
Mhm.
Think about how many people don't hate her,
And hate
and
me.
a lot of people throughout the whole time was, I love Anna because she's so lovable, like, you know.
Literally.
So
That is true. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I wouldn't be upset if I lost to Pity. He's played a hell of a game.
but I don't think we should talk like that.
No, I mean no.
But
I still want to win. I'm still planning on
oh,
winning.
100%. But like, who do you genuinely think you have a better chance winning against? Or if we want to go to the conscious route and go with Pity.
I think I genuinely probably have a better chance of winning against Aaron. However, I was telling Aaron this too. Pity and I have had something since the raft. You know, this morning.
Me and Pity have had something since walking back from that.
Yeah.
You know, like 100%.
So that's what I was telling Aaron too. I was like, I mean, I did the same thing in the last game as I went to the final three with two people that I had started off really
Yeah.
close with, and maybe it cost me the game, but I don't know. I think I feel better.
He wants to come out.
Yeah, I think I feel better keeping. And just.
I have to agree with that.
Mhm.
Erin's so lovable and has been this entire time.
Yeah.
So it's like her in the final three.
It's just as
It's just as to me, but again, I have no idea what this jury's thinking.
Exactly.
I have nothing bad to say about Aaron.
No,
So I
no,
feel
like,
a lot
that's
of
why I'm
people
just.
will have the same.
Exactly.
I'm really
But
crushed.
I told Emma and her, I was like, I've been working with.
Can I talk to Emma whenever y'all are done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You wanna go?
Yeah. I was telling Emma, I've been since the raft. So I'm not gonna go back on
Yeah.
my word at all about that
Yeah.
because I don't know. I think it's the final three that I'm proud to sit up there next to. You know.
Yeah, like I'm proud of any of us winning.
Yeah.
It's been one hell of a game, and we made it exactly where we wanted to.
It's where we wanted to.
So,
Twice in a row.
yeah, I'm happy with it. I feel comfortable. I know you guys aren't gonna blindside me right here.
Yeah.
I understand why Erin's doing what she's doing.
It's fine. I just want to know.
I think we're keeping Pity
Okay.
purely because we've had it since the beginning, and I just want to be able to be up there and just say that I was like honest with
Okay.
like who I was sticking with, but also like to me like you are so lovable to this entire cast, and it's almost like I would be scared up against you in the final three.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
I want you, everything we had was genuine from me.
No, it's okay. I promise.
But Bryce was pretty sad, and so I don't know.
Alright.
I love you.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I am gonna worry about it.
Why are you gonna worry about it?
I love you.
I love you too.
Hello, Final Four. It's time for the final elimination of Survivor Rocky Road. For the Final Four, I don't normally ask questions. I normally just give everyone a chance to just talk about their day, their journey, just whatever like final sentimental words you might want to say before casting your final vote to eliminate. No pressure.
I will say this is a hell of a Final Four. I'm literally proud of everybody here because there were some times when I didn't think I was going to be here. So, no, I've had a great time playing with all of y'all, everyone who was here. And, you know, I think this is just, it worked out in the best way it could.
Pity?
Yeah, same. I've had an amazing day. I've been blessed with the people who are on my teams at the right times. That things have fallen into place, but it wasn't all luck. It was strategizing with these three others that have brought us here. And a while back, we had said, you know, we'd like to be sitting on this couch together, and then we made it happen. So proud of all you guys.
Emma?
Similar sentiments. This was, I mean, from the moment I first like made any alliances with any of these people, I knew I wanted it to be at least like the Final Four right here. And we got it done, and I'm just very proud. I think we all had very unique and special games, and it complemented each other really well. And now we're here. But I had a ton of fun. I love you guys.
Yeah, same. They were all OG gold team. I was on the team, so kind of pumped at the last green standing. So there you go.
I'm just grateful, honestly, to be here, like playing with these three other amazing people. I think Aaron said it best as the 3 gold sitting on the couch and 1 green. And if it comes down to the original tribes, it comes down to the original tribes. But I've been working with Pitty and Emma since the beginning. And as much as I respect Erin's gameplay and love playing with her, I have to send her out.
And how would you say today's experience compared to when you first played? Like as far as just like how has experience been affected you? You know?
I think it's been a whole lot of fun for sure. Like this is the same amount of fun as I had playing. It's been a different type of game. And I had to learn that really quickly. I felt like the first time I played was super strategic, and this was a lot more physical, and I had to not necessarily compensate, but learn how to make those to my social game and my physical game complement each other. So
Very interesting. I was curious.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Said it from the start. Me, Bryce, Emma decided on way early in the day. Bryce and I, as we were walking towards the rafts, that we would be each other's number 1. And then right after that, he had talked to Emma. She wanted to work with me. I wanted to work with her. Made it happen. Final 3. Not much else to say. There were some hard decisions along the way, but as I said, if they're not in your final 3, you gotta build them out at some point. So.
Alright, cast your vote.
I'm really sad about this one too. I mean, y'all, the camera saw me freak out about this exact moment in my last vote with Michelin. But ultimately, I didn't have anything nearly as solid as I had with Michelin or Aaron. 2 votes ago. Than I did with Pitty and Bryce. And me and Bryce did talk about who we think we could win against. Pitty and Aaron are, in my opinion, both could beat me. So to me, I see Aaron as this lovable cast member that every time someone would talk about her, it was only good things. And Pitty was did a little bit more damage. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, then I stuck to my alliance, and I probably would have done that anyway. So I feel good.
What are you thinking about the prospect that you could be our first Survivor winner and our 20th Survivor winner?
I don't know what's gonna happen, but that would be really cool. I'm happy I'm here.
Yeah.
Happy I'm here.
Thank you, Emma. Alright, it's time to cast your final vote of the game. How are you feeling?
They already told me they were gonna be out, so
So
that's just kind of where we are. So I'm just gonna throw a vote into the wind and just took my.
it's time to eliminate.
Okay.
In the final 4, there are no community idols. Are we votes? First vote, Aaron. 1 vote, Aaron. Next vote, Pitty. 1 vote, Pitty. 1 vote, Aaron. Next vote, Aaron. 2 votes, Aaron. 1 vote, 1 vote left. The person voted out of Survivor Rocky Road is Aaron. Sorry, Aaron. Alright, Aaron, thank you so much for playing. But the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Hello everyone and welcome to the finale of Survivor Rocky Road. I want to to thank you all for a really, really great day of Survivor. I cannot stress enough how much I enjoyed watching you all play. It's been over a year since I've hosted a Survivor day, and I cannot stress enough how much this means to me, just in general, that you all gave up a day to do this. I hope you had a really good time. I know I did. Congratulations to Pitty, Bryce, and Emma. Congratulations to the three of you for making it all the way down the rocky road. At the end of this event, one of you will be the winner of our 20th season of Survivor. Super excited for all of you, any of you, whoever wins. So here's how this is going to work. You're each going to get a chance to give an opening statement, quick bit about how you approach the game, why you deserve to win, you know. And then we will go to our jury, and our jury members will give their question, their statement, etc. You will be able to address them back. And then we will do a round of closing statements, we'll do the vote, and wrap it up. I want to give a shout out to the jury. I cannot remember the last time the whole jury stayed. It makes the game a lot better to have everyone here for the finale, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, let's get started. Emma, are you ready?
I am ready.
Go ahead.
Hey group. So basically and I'm trying to gather my thoughts as I speak, so please forgive me. But my approach to the game is, I think, the exact reason why I should win. I came in with a huge target on my back, at least I thought. I played this game, and just by knowing Taylor, I feel like that was a huge target. Also, I knew most of the people here, and I could see people seeing that. I could see people seeing me know this game. Even I couldn't hide that. So I knew that was a huge target. So my approach was to cater my trust and relationship with each and every one of you, and I did that for the entire game. It was very calculated, and it got me here ultimately. I was super loyal to the two of them, and for the people that I did work with, I was super loyal at that moment, but ultimately I went with the people that I started with. And I feel really good about that. But as a strategic player, I won no competitions, and only one time was my name, as far as I know, came out of someone's mouth. But that was once out of the entire game of a free-for-all game that I won no competitions in. And that might be a con to some of you, but also I had no immunity. I had no idol. I had no person guarantee me an idol, and I had no immunity. My back was free the entire time. I think that speaks for a lot of myself and my game. I see Michael saying, but as far as...
I was just going to say you had one immunity because Pitty gave it to you.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so thank you. Forgot about that. But I didn't win a game. I didn't win anything. Pity, yeah, that was great. But anyway, huge target on my back, and somehow I got here. But I was calculated, I was strategic. There was another point I wanted to make. I had so much fun with all of you. But yeah, that's all. I'll probably say more in my closing, but that's what I have for right now.
Thank you, Emma. Bryce, you're up.
Hi, I'm so honored to be up here next to these two people, and before all of you guys, because y'all all are amazing competitors. Y'all played a hell of a game this entire time. So coming in this morning, I thought I was filming. At 6 a.m., Taylor calls me and tells me I'm playing a game, and I literally look up the rules of the show Survivor on my phone while on that Chapel Basin Bridge. So I feel like that is a crazy way to say that that's how I started this morning, and this is where I ended this evening. I played a very strategic game, I think. I think at no point did I build any trust with people and then break that trust in a way that didn't benefit me and the people that I was working with. Like Emma said, if I was working with you, I was really super loyal to you at that time, but ultimately saw opportunities to advance myself further in the game. These kind of games are all about one thing, and I've said it before, self-preservation is what it's about. If you're not sitting here in these chairs, your goal isn't just to be sitting here in these chairs, then why are you even playing? And that was my goal from the get-go, is I was coming in to play hard. I played and won a few competitions. I won the final immunity challenge and a few other competitions with my tribe coming up. And so I think I played a really good mix of both strategic, social, and physical competitions and games. And so I think that ultimately it ended up putting me where I am now. And once again, I want to say you all are incredible, and just thank you for this opportunity. So.
Pity, you're up.
I want to start it off the same way they did. It's an honor to be up there with them, up here with them. From the start, we decided, it's going to be the three of us at the end. And I think there's a lot to be said for each of us to actually be up here at the end. Coming in this morning, I came here to win, not to make friends, but however, I've made many great friends along the way. So, you guys have been great to play with. There are three aspects of Survivor: outwit, outplay, outlast. If we look at the outwit, not only was it the three of us strategic from the start, saying we're going to be loyal no matter what we say moving forward, we have each other's back. Like, don't listen to any of the other crap, it's just going to be, BS that we're spitting out. It's the three of us. And then, strategy-wise, if I had voted you out, I needed to do that for my game. So I hope you see the value in that as a Survivor player. I was on the right side of the vote all throughout, except one time when you hadn't used your idol. But everyone was really surprised by that. So I still don't know why I didn't use it. Anyway. No, so I think there's a lot to be said of being on the right side of the vote all the way through, and also a lot to be said for the only time my name has come up was that last Final Four. Now, I do want to speak to Emily really quick. You were my main girl through it when these two were on the other tribe. So it's been great playing with you. You were in the Final Four. I say Final Four because I aligned with them early on. Now, when it came time that the group had to vote you out, that was my opportunity, unfortunately. So it didn't end up being the Final Four. So just wanted to point that out. But yeah, thank you guys all for a great day. And so outplay, outlast. Obviously, the challenge is there is a physical aspect to this game. I tried my hardest, and whether it was a team challenge or individual immunity, I always tried my hardest. So I was on teams with pretty much all you guys, and I always wanted to win for the team. And then as it continued for myself. So, and then outlast, well, we're up here, so. Thank you guys.
All right, thank you, Pity. Thank you, finally.
My question is for Pity. How were you able to manage your threat level so well, given your ability to win as many comps as you did, and your ability to play the games as well as you did?
The majority really helped with that. So every step forward I took, I made sure that we not only had the majority by one, but we had the majority by two. So I always tried to keep the majority on my side, keep that vote in my favor. And so then that way I was not making continuous enemies. I was only making one enemy, but that enemy was being voted out that round. So I understand that I was a threat to people, but I would align myself with people in my tribe that I believed were honest to me, and I was being honest to them. Honestly, if I went against my word, it was on my vote to vote you out.
So my question is for all three of you. At what point in the game did you feel the most helpless, and what actions did you or someone else take that turned the tide for you in that situation? Starting with Bryce, then Emma, then Pity.
Yeah, so there was one point in the game when I thought I was going home. I thought I was up. And that was when we didn't know if Zappy was going to use the immunity idol on himself or on Alex. And
Turkey.
Those two were the two that were the options at that point. And then I was hearing talk a lot of times that my name was coming up as the option 3 to be sent up after those two were safe. So in that situation, my first thought was my ally, Emily, and how she had mentioned previously how we had kind of an agreement that had one of me, Emily, or Pity been in serious danger. The immunity idol that Emily had would be used on one of us three. And so that was my first instinct, was to talk to her. I gave her my word that I was going to vote out someone else, and I followed through on that. And I think that was the best thing I could do self-preservation wise to make sure that I moved forward past that round. And that was the time that I felt the most helpless, and the way that I had the least amount of control moving forward.
Mine is very similar to Bryce's. That was an insane round. Well, for it to not sound so similar, I'll do two sub ones if that's allowed. One was when I came into, there was a tribe switch, and Mikeland pulled me aside and said the boys, there was a target on my back from the boys. That's when I knew that we had to win challenges, or then I had to do something. But luckily, after tribe switch, we won both. But to help myself, because I didn't know we were going to win both, that was when I was with Bryce, and then absolutely linked up with Mikeland, and was going to fight it that way. As far as this round, I felt completely helpless because I knew Bryce's name was going to be thrown out before mine, so I wasn't helpless in that way. I just felt like I had no say in a lot of the matters. But granted, I don't know who had say. But I felt helpless as far as there were so many people safe that I didn't even know what the options were, and then all the options were my alliance members. And so what I tried to do to combat with that was try to make the least waves, and that's when I talked to Alex. And I think it was our conversation, I don't know the conversation, but that was try to get Emily out, but then it just got jumbled. But yeah, that's my answer.
My most hopeless point was also when Bryce's name was being brought up. And what I did to go around that was, when the merge had happened, I wanted to be on great terms with Alex C. And Alex, what's your last name? So coming in, I prepared for them turning on one of my closest allies. And so with that preparation, I made sure I was on good terms with both of you guys, so then when Bryce's name did come up, I would shift the focus off.
Yeah, mine's for all three of you. I just want to know what you think your most pivotal gameplay move was of the day that you specifically engineered.
So my gameplay move that I felt like was the one that I specifically engineered myself and felt most proud of, I guess, was the move to get Stone out. That was, I knew the moment that Zappy and Stone came back from the bathroom right before the immunity challenge that something was up, and then I knew that the immunity idol that I had found was moved. And that's when I said, okay, I need to switch gears moving forward, because obviously I'm not where I should be on the totem pole. And so at that point, I think the move was still somewhere to get, I think it was either Will or Alex C out of that round, and I pulled these two aside and I said, okay, what if we get Stone out? Because Stone was a competitor. He had just won the tic-tac-toe against the other tribe, and so that was the reason why we were safe, and then we went into the merger. And so I knew moving forward that Stone was going to be a harsh competitor, and if I did not get him out now, I was going to have him on top of the other idols to deal with and worry about. And so I made sure that he was blindsided going into that elimination round, and that he didn't feel like he needed to use the idol. So that whole time we were saying that we were going to get Will out, when in fact the entire group was planning on getting Stone out. And that was something that I had a pretty big hand in. I think I talked to each person who voted that round, and kind of made sure that what I needed to happen happened in order for the people, myself and the people that I was closest aligned to move forward. So.
Am I next? Okay. Mine is more of a calculated overall game move as far as alliances. I knew going in I would need a lot of cushion. So when we immediately aligned together, and I knew I would need cushion, and that's when you ladies came in. That by no means did I use y'all. It was just so good, and I liked that cushion, but I knew down the line there's footage of me freaking out rounds before y'all went out of me picking between these 4 people, and I truly mean that. And I do want to credit myself for far before this. I knew I was gonna have to I wanted Erin just because I trusted her and everyone loved her, and I knew that would be an asset. So when I was sent over by the other tribe, I knew that I was gonna need to choose Pity or Erin. That's why I brought it up, and that's why I ultimately chose Erin. Did fib a little to the tribe. Not really, it was all true. But ultimately, Erin was best for my game because that made the connection with me and Erin, and then she chose me to do the puzzle with her, as well as you, because we were already aligned. But you came to me too. I want to credit you for that too. But ultimately, cushioning myself with all these people in a very strategic way throughout different times of the games where no one would notice, that is what my biggest move of the whole day was. And ultimately, when it got to the finals, I knew I didn't have to win that block challenge. I knew I didn't have to win any of those final ones because I cushioned myself with the 4 of you. Zappy, we didn't align together, so that was a little stressful. But yeah, same thing I did with Alex C. I kept a good relationship. But yeah, that's definitely what I would say.
My biggest strategic move was the blindside on Patrick S. It was the new gold tribe. It was 3v3. It was Emily, myself, William, Patrick S, Erin, and Patrick C. And so I was good with Emily, and I knew that. Patrick C, I could not gauge for the life of me. He was so wishy-washy, and I could not tell if he was lying to me or what, because I wasn't close to him from the original Gold Tribe. So the amount of lying and poker face I needed to do straight to Patrick S to tell him that I was fully on his side and he had nothing to worry about. I mean, the handshake, the everything, he was confident I was on his side, and he did not see that coming at all. And if he hadn't gone out then Patrick C could have easily gotten with William and Patrick and Erin, who I wasn't familiar with because we weren't originally on the same team. So I didn't really know where you lied at that point coming into that new tribe. So that blind side was huge for me.
Emma, can you say something good about Bryce and Pity?
Sure, I would love to. Sure, I would love to. Okay, I want to say something good about each of you, and you Bryce, definitely the most loyal, and never did I ever once question where I was with Bryce, and that was the most comforting thing. I think people picked up on that, but like we did manage that like outside of ourselves. So definitely Bryce's loyalty I admire the most, and Bryce's ability to I'm sorry. The Emily vote out was just, you were really brave. You were just really brave. I was shaking for Bryce, and so the round, that was insane for everyone, and Emily unfortunately went home. Bryce handling of that entire situation was just really admirable. But yes, loyalty because bestie. Pity, I didn't question your loyalty because I knew we were good because you were so honest with me, but your strategy genuinely scared me about how good you were because of these conversations that I was picking up with that you were having with other people. I was like, this bitch doing short management. So that's definitely Pity's, his athletic ability, of course, but just your way that you can honestly lie to people. Was very sincere and admirable, and just your entire brain strategy of how you thought about the game was just really awesome.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Bryce, I guess, would you say that since you made that alliance so early on, straight off the bat, that's was in your best interest now, knowing that these are the two people that could potentially beat you now? Are you still happy with what you like? The
Yeah, of course. I knew that my best shot of getting here was to align myself with specifically two people, because I figured it was going to be a final three. So specifically two people who I knew were going to help propel me there. I knew I had the capability of doing it myself, but having strong people in your corner is always super beneficial. And so looking back, like, yes, Pity is an excellent competitor, super smart. Emma is fiercely loyal and has a fantastic social game. But I feel like I also take on bits of that as well. And so I think that, honestly, I would be less content with where I am if it was not next to these two. And I think I'm just proud of the fact that the three of us made it here the way we did, and the games we all three played. So
I got a question for Pity. So pretty much throughout the game, there's always a line of people wanting to talk to you, and like you always seem to have like that sense of control. I was wondering, is that something you focused on early on? Was that a plan to control the situations and kind of lead a lot?
Yeah, so coming in, I knew I wanted to go with that, what I said earlier to a previous question, like always have the majority on my side, because I wanted to be honest up until I'm voting that person out. So I knew in order to do that, I needed to keep track of the little lies, like to like extreme levels of detail, and not slip up on my words ever. And I can honestly say, sitting here right now, I never slipped up on my words, and like I'm proud of myself for that for like this long, starting from like 7:30 a.m. I knew coming in it would be a challenge, and I really wanted to challenge myself on the social level, and I believe I successfully did that.
My question was actually answered in y'all's speeches. I wanted to know if there was like a final three between you two, and there was.
yeah, from the very beginning.
From the very beginning. Okay, interesting. Nice. So yeah, that was a really good question.
And I will say, I will add on to that though, I think I can speak for the three of us when at no point the final fours that we brought up with other people always included us three.
Yeah.
And so I think that was really something neat. There's like at no point we were very, very, very blatantly open about our relationship, and I think it still worked for our benefit.
Cool, let's go into closing statements. We started with Emma before, so we're going to start with Pity this time.
Thank you guys for the questions. I hope I answered them sufficiently. It's been an honor. Today has been one of the most fun days I've ever had. Can't speak highly enough of these two from the start. And even hour 3, it was weird because on the walk over to the boats, you and I aligned, and then you had told me that you talked to Emma, and then I'm like, I'm down with that, and then Emma and I talked. The three of us didn't talk about our trio that we were solidified on until late in the game, which is even more impressive. So I just wanted to point out that cool fact. And yeah, I've had one hell of a night. Thank you to all of you guys. Hopefully I've said enough to win your vote tonight. Thank you.
Pity. Nice.
Yeah, so once again, I'd like to thank you guys for being here, playing the game with us, making an incredible competition, because it was fierce as hell. I just want to say that I think I played the game the way I wanted to coming in, the way my morals let me, and I think that it ultimately, like I said before, ended up sitting me here in the final 3. I think that it's just incredible. Like Pity said, I can't speak highly enough about either of these two, and I wouldn't want to be sitting up here with any other two people. And I just hope that I answered all your questions well enough for you to write my name down on that slip of paper and let me win.
I had the funnest day ever. I hope y'all watch back, and Taylor would literally laugh at me every time I was like alone on the camera, because this was the most complex and fun gameplay from all of everyone involved. So thank you for that. Everyone should commend themselves. Like seriously, every vote was just so much fun and so much scrambling. So everyone had like the highest complex gameplay, and I think that was so fun. These two, can't say a bad thing. Y'all are incredible. Any of us can win, and I'd be so happy. Like I said, I had a huge threat on my back. I knew if I made one bad move, one gun blazing, I was gone, and that was gonna be it. So it was a lot of tiptoeing, a lot of doing like this, you know, a lot of sidestepping just so I wouldn't blow up my own game, just because I thought everyone would look at me, you know, that way. But yes, I had a great day. I hope I won your votes by those questions. And yes.
Thank you. Congratulations to all three of you. Big round of applause. All right. 18 hours later, here we are at the end of Survivor Rocky Road. Once again, thank all of you players for being here the whole time. I'm very grateful that you gave me this whole day to fuel my hobby. A huge thank you to the film crew. Y'all know how hot it is outside, and it just incredible. Cannot thank you enough. I mean it. Congratulations to our three finalists, Pity, Bryce, and Emma. Incredible work this season. Truly a perfect 20th season, so thank y'all so much. I'm very happy to be back. Okay, let's get to the vote. Good luck to you all. You know, and go what happens. First vote. Pity. One vote Pity. Next vote. Bryce. Next vote. Pity. Next vote. Bryce. 2 votes Pity. Next vote. Pity. Next vote. The winner of Survivor Rocky Road is Pity.